Hi friends, welcome to this week's Good News Edition, where we bring you stories from around the Panhandle that are positive and inspiring. Now let's head on over with Ruben, who's been busy on the road.
So originally I started a screen print and embroidery business in Lubbock 26 years ago. And so the real reason I started it was because I was on the road 80,000 miles a year and we were starting to have kids and I wanted to be around the house. So we wanted to start something where I kind of set my own schedule. So I had a lot of connections with coaches and businesses and stuff like that. So what the Sport Zone actually is we do anything with a logo on it. So from t-shirts to caps to whatever. And so that's how it all started. As our kids got older, we wanted to get them back in a small town. Mindy and I are both from Spearman, high school sweethearts. We wanted to get our kids, for them to have that same experience. And so we moved back. It's been roughly 17 years ago. We moved to Spearman and continued the Sport Zone business. And from that, there was a need in this town for retail. And so Horse Creek Boutique came out of that. And then because we were buying goods for Horse Creek Boutique, Texas True Threads, which is a wholesale t-shirt line. And so anyway, both of those businesses really spun out of the Sport Zone. So on Horse Creek Boutique, I wish the girls could give you a little bit better, but you would be shocked. We ship retail, we ship all over the United States. And so we've been, of course, social media allows that. It's you know, we weren't real good at it in the beginning, but we finally fine-tuned it. And then on the Texas True side, same thing. We ship to boutiques all across the United States. So, and even with the Sport Zone. So I guess all three businesses, we do way bigger than just Spearman, Texas Panhandle, Oklahoma Panhandle. We literally ship stuff all over the United States. Mindy and I count our blessings every day because we have been blessed. God has blessed us with this, and I don't know why, but I thank Him for that. And again, I thank Him for providing the people because again, like I said, without the people, this would not be a success. And so not only the people that work here, but the community surrounding, not just Spearman, but the even bigger, because we do have a lot of customers that come in. It takes the customer, it takes the employees, and it takes everybody to make this still work. And again, it means a lot to me to have all that. I mean, as you can see the smile that comes to my face thinking about it. Mindy and I talk about that, and we're very thankful for what we've been blessed with.
I actually kind of started making quilts as a default. I originally started out as a garment sewist and making garments all the time, and I made garments for me, my kids, and in the world of fabric, that industry has gone overseas. And so there was no more garment fabric you could buy. And I missed the sewing. So if you wanted to sew, you kind of had to go into quilts because that's where everything was going at the time. And so I got into the applique, you know, making pictures, sewing them down, and then having that quilt tell the story that way. Later, you know, probably in the last 10 years or so, the idea of cutting up, basically it's kind of upcycling as well. You know, taking shirts, because people are saving those t-shirts. The t-shirts themselves will tell the story. I started figuring out a way to put those into a quilt. And so people, especially, you know, family members, I started off there, you know, I had this big old box full of my kids' t-shirts and thought, well, let's just go to town with it. And so that's kind of where it started. When I started making them for other people, it's amazing to see their reaction when they get that quilt and they just go, oh my gosh, I had no, you know, this reminds me of this and that reminds me of that. And oh, I remember when we went there and did this other thing. And yeah, that means a lot. You know, like when you said you were coming over today, like I don't have what I make. Like it goes out. You know, even I have very few quilts of mine that, because once I started doing this, I don't go back to the, you know, put the squares together and make a big thing. Most of what I do, it belongs to someone else. And that is fine with me. That's also kind of what got me into it. You know, there's only so many places you can put a quilt, you know, and the closet's full, you know. But once I started putting them together for other people and seeing their reaction, and yeah, it's fun. It's really fun.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more positive stories. Welcome back to our Good News edition. Now, Dave has been busy finding good news all over, but here's a classic we want to share.
That's the
Okay.
tagging there. Okay, there
Okay.
you go.
With
That
my
looks
head,
great.
I might need two. I mean, I might need two
Actually,
layers.
The size is
Berlin McIntosh helped me try on some of her handcrafted hats that she makes. And she makes a lot of them.
and this is a hat, and this is a scarf that go with it. So you can do it like that.
That's nice.
Just provide her with some yarn, and the hats and scarves are cranked out in no time.
Well, last night, this is what I made while I was watching. So these are 3 items.
You did that
Yes,
in one night?
yes, it's like in 3 hours.
If there's a spare moment in the day, Berlin has the needles out, making creations.
I said, you know, there's no excuse. While you are at a coffee shop with a friend, you bring your yarn and knit. While you're at your doctor's office, while waiting, you know, it calms you down while you're knitting. While at the airport, you do knitting. Even in movies, you can do it, Dave.
Working as an administrative associate on the campus of WT, Berlin developed a love for students and blesses them through her gift of knitting.
Our weather, we are gifted with being in the cold area in the Panhandle. What can you do to that will benefit the student? And it's something that they don't have to pay for. You know, being a student, every dollar it matters.
And the hats and scarves just keep coming every year.
I think this year it's almost 300 that I made.
Wow. Doing a little math, that comes to about 10 miles of yarn that Berlin has turned into items for students.
I actually have 2 of her little hats that she made. I got one for American Chemical Society and one as a science representative. So I have 2 of them right now, and I absolutely love them.
It's become a WT tradition to drape the campus with Berlin's handmade items for students to take and enjoy free of charge. Each piece has a personal message attached, and the students relish the compassion.
So seeing everybody around campus just enjoy the items that she made for us, it really it warms my heart.
Seeing her handiwork woven and stitched into the lives of students brings a big smile to Berlin.
I get tickled when I see them wearing it. It's like, oh, those are the ones I made. It really is, it makes you, it's like, I need to make some more.
So you're going to keep doing this for a while?
I will. As long as I'm here at WT, I will keep doing it, Dave.
And for me and hundreds of students at West Texas A&M University, that's some good news. I'm Doppler Dave for News Channel 10.
Would that help? Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Down by the Armstrong campus of Georgia Southern, a group of unique songbirds stand out. They unfold these binders once a week, stand strong and sing, before flying back to the rest of their lives.
There you go. Good.
That encouragement comes from the choir's director.
Does that sound good? Okay.
Emily Hall is an associate professor of music and voice. And her students come in all ages.
The student body is usually 18 to 22-year-olds.
The songbirds are the other end of that spectrum,
I love to sing, love music.
like Kim Heiss,
Who's been in a choir before?
or her counterpart Mike.
Did you take the time to be somebody's friend?
He's the class jokester.
Yo, this is the end of the song.
That laughter comes from the grad students who fill out the group.
It's so cool. Mike is awesome.
There's a wide range of life and musical experience.
Can Can we try that right there?
But they all blend beyond the harmonies.
The first day he came in, I felt like he made me feel welcome into the space.
While it may look like a random collection of people,
Yes!
there's a deeper reason this group is together.
Songbirds is just a program, but it's more than a program. It's part of my life.
The choir was developed for people battling movement disorders, as Kim is.
I don't talk about Parkinson's very much, and I hope it's not obvious, and it's becoming more obvious, I think, now.
She was diagnosed in 2021 and has noticed her voice getting softer since.
I get frustrated because I used to be able to sing it, and I could, it came easy to me, but now it's much harder.
Her time in this room
Sing it everywhere you go.
is part of her fight.
And I don't want to give up, and I just keep on moving and go to exercise class, but I love coming to Songbirds.
The choir's within Georgia Southern's Communication and Speech Disorders program, designed specifically to help people with Parkinson's through music.
They're actually using the muscles, they're using their breath to keep their voice strong.
Kim has been a songbird since the program started a few years ago. She says it's helping, and she won't give up using it in her battle.
I know, I'm kind of stubborn. Ask my husband.
Her choir mate Mike is stubborn too. And he had never sung before this. Whether their love for music came before the necessity for it or not, they agree there's room for more members and are ready to welcome new songbirds to their nest.
For people that have Parkinson's or any kind of disease, don't give up. Just keep moving along and do what you can do, learn about it, and be interactive with other people. And it's very important not to hibernate. Just be yourself.
We have more positive stories right after this short break. Welcome back. Sheldon has been busy with Pay It Forward. Let's see who he impacted this week.
It's time for our latest edition of Pay It Forward with Carpet Tech. I've got Bethany here with us today. You say we find someone to go pay it forward to.
Yes, let's go help someone out. Here is 100, 200, and 300.
Thank you very much. Let's go out there and pay it forward.
So I couldn't think of anybody, but my mom came up with a friend of hers.
Yeah, I met a lady named Edna Early working with prison ministry with Kairos, and I've never seen somebody do service to not only prison ministry but to her community. In her years, she's fostered like 42 foster children. I believe it's 5 that she's actually adopted, and are raising 2 still that are in the home.
I think it's awesome to be able to just help somebody who needs it, and tried to do little things here and there and ran into you guys, and this is a big thing. So really appreciate the opportunity to pay it forward.
Well, Pay It Forward is back at it again today. We've got $300 here from our friends over at Carpet Tech. I've got Riley and Nancy here. They want to pay it forward to their friend Edna. Says she just spends all of her time helping others out, and they think that this $300 could really help her out in this situation. So we're going to go ahead and hand this cash off to you. We got 100, 200, $300. Let's go make her day a little brighter.
Sounds great. Yes, thank you.
Well, how are you today?
Doing okay.
Doing good. Well, have you ever heard of Pay It Forward before?
Yes.
All right. Well, Riley and Nancy here stopped, and they thought of you and nominated you for this, so I'll let y'all do the good deed.
Sounds good. Well, Edna, they asked me if I knew anybody that could use some cash, and I remembered Mom had told me some of your story, so I called her real quick, got your information, tracked you down. Decided to give you this $300 just to pay it forward.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Yeah. I appreciate that. That will definitely help with utilities.
Of course.
It means a lot that he thought of me, because he doesn't know me well, but Nancy does, and she knows I've been going through some struggles right now, so it means a lot.
Here's another fun story just for you.
October 22nd, it's coming up fast. They can go to our websites to grab those tickets for this event. On this poster, if you notice, there's a big, beautiful face front and center. That is Lydia Bastianich. She is a nationally known PBS chef. She owns restaurants. She writes cookbooks. She got her start working for Christopher Walken's family bakery. Like,
wow,
she's
yes.
really big time, and she's coming here to Amarillo. Actually, for the second time, she'll be coming to Amarillo. You know, normally we highlight these local chefs and
Yes.
really shine some spotlights on the amazing talent that we have here in Amarillo in the Texas Panhandle. This one, again, is a little different. Since we're bringing Lydia in, we actually have two amazing local chefs that are making Lydia's recipes.
Yes.
So,
oh, that's very fun.
yeah.
That's different.
So
yes.
Chef Marcus Sneed of the Barfield
Yes.
will be making a lot of our menu, and then Chef Ruthie Landelius of Black Fig Catering will be teaming up with Marcus. So we're really excited. They're like two powerhouses in the Amarillo community, and to see Lydia through their spectrum, it's going to be a really fun event.
So cool. And you know, Savor the Goods is such a unique event and unique concept. And so maybe if someone were watching this and they have no clue what that even means, can you kind of just, you know, highlight the different aspects of the event?
For sure. So Savor really got started as, you know, a big part of our mission at Panhandle PBS is community, bring people together. But we're PBS, so we also like to learn and educate and have a good time. So that's kind of been the main parts of Savor, is come enjoy this fantastic menu that you're not going to get anywhere else. But then also maybe learn something. We have usually menu cards or recipes. We might teach you how to make something. We do have adult cocktails usually at these. So we, you know, we'll give you a little bit of information about those and how to make them at home if you'd like. But you know, it's just a fun time to get together. Every Savor is unique. Everyone usually is in a different location, has a different theme. You know, it goes from Indian food to Southern home cooking. I mean, just all over the place. This one will obviously be Italian with Miss Lydia. It's a good time.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun. But really, at the end of the day, you're supporting your local PBS station.
Yep.
You're helping us stay in this community, and you know, that's another great thing about this event is it's all community.
What an amazing story. Here's a community spotlight. Let's head on over with Lindsay.
Boys Ranch was established in 1939 by Cal Farley after noticing children that should have been in school were hanging around with no guidance or support. He sought to change that.
Kids need a good, safe place to grow up. They need adults that'll build relationship and teach them things.
Between those who live on the ranch, students who attend daycare through high school, and community members, the population varies up to 700. For over 85 years, at-risk youth have been coming to Boys Ranch to gain support, skills, schooling, and a trade to carry into adulthood.
Kids can become certified firefighters, or they can learn to weld, or if you want to work on cars, we'll help you learn to do that. We've got a rocketry lab, a carpentry lab where they're building all kinds of cool stuff in the wood shop. They've got a horticulture thing where we're talking about plants and farming.
Kids are always supported, even through the transition into adulthood and living independently.
So we have apartments in town for those kids, and we have scholarships for them so that they can go to college or they can go to trade schools.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back to our Good News edition. Now we have a story we want to share with you about someone who's looking to give back to his hometown.
Country artist, songwriter, and producer Billy Dawson grew up in Sunray and graduated from Sunray High School in 2001.
I mean, I have some of the best memories I'll ever have that you can never strip away from me from Sunray. So, good, bad, the ugly, all of it. I mean, I'll take all of it. You know, it turned me into who I am today.
Dawson remembers playing football and doing all kinds of activities as a kid and says the community has always shown up for its people.
Whether it was Pee Wee football or Boy Scouts or, you know, jump-a-thons or anything like that, everybody was always supportive of each other. It was very awesome to grow up in a small town like that. You know, I wish there was more towns like Sunray.
He is now using his platform to urge people across Texas and beyond to vote once a day so Sunray can claim the $1 million prize.
So they've had a lot of hard hits and they could use some good news. If Amarillo and Dumas and Groover and everybody would rally around them and vote every day, they can vote once a day.
Dawson says growing up in Sunray shaped who he is as an artist and inspired many of the songs he's written and performed.
That little town did mold me and shape me. So grateful for all the teachers and the people who stuck behind me and believe in me.
Here's one more story before we go.
It seems that everywhere you look in the Cajun town of Rayne, you see frogs. They're on the sidewalks, in front of stores, the police station and firehouse, and the courthouse. And about 24 frog murals are painted on the sides of buildings.
We're quite proud of the fact that we're the frog capital of the world.
Fran Bim with the Chamber of Commerce credits Jacques Weil and his two brothers with starting a frog export business in the late 1800s.
They started a frog shipping company to export frogs back to the restaurants in France to serve as a delicacy in fried frog legs.
The frog export companies are gone, but not the frogs.
That's a big one. Look how fat.
For Lakin Bischoff and her fiancé Jacob Zombreger, this is a perfect date night.
Since I was a little girl, my dad would always bring me.
What's the key to catching a frog?
Can't let it get away. Firm grip.
And Jacob has the perfect partner.
It's quite nice whenever you can sit back and relax and just point the spotlight, knowing that, I mean, you saw her miss one time tonight, and like I said, that's a rare occurrence.
The frogs hang out along the edges of commercial crawfish ponds. Their white throats give them away in the spotlight. And within seconds, the frogs are snatched from the snake-infested water.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
What's a good night of frogging?
Hundreds. When you get in the triple digits, you could say it's definitely a successful night, hands down.
This one's probably the biggest. It's full of crawfish.
And there is one other claim to frog fame. 2 decades before NASA had frogs floating in a space shuttle, 2 bullfrogs from Rayne made a giant leap into orbit in 1970. NASA strapped the frogs inside a tiny capsule to test the effect of weightlessness on their ears, which are very similar to humans. The test was a success, and NASA said goodbye to the Cajun frogs.
Our frogs passed away, so bless them.
Rayne has been celebrating its amphibian history with an annual frog festival, where beauty queens pose with frogs. There are frog races and jumping contests and special food.
I like my frogs fried frog legs.
It's part of a unique history and flavor and has made Rayne the frog capital of the world.
Well, friends, all good things must come to an end, but don't worry, we'll be right back here next weekend. Until next time, you could always visit us at NewsChannel10.com, watch us on News Channel 10, and of course on all of our streaming apps. Until next time, I'm Nellie Ramirez.